everyone, Joe from China Cycling here. Excuse the mask, it's because of the coronavirus that's ongoing. I thought I'd give you an update of what's been going on, and I got a studio. Cool.
Long time we didn't have a chat. Well, actually, I don't think we've ever had a chat. So I thought I'd give you all a bit of an update on what's been going on. So back in the day, this channel was kind of just a hobby for me. I was just like you guys, had a regular job, but loved cycling tech, loved bikes, loved riding bikes. Well, back in September of last year, I sold my previous business and moved my family like 1,800 kilometers all the way across China down here in Xiamen with the goal of making more videos. Back in my old city near Xi'an, me and my wife had a successful education business, but my heart just wasn't in it. Like every day I'd just be dreaming about riding my bike and couldn't really get any work done. And that coupled with the bad pollution that was up there during winter, we just thought we'd give it all up and move down here to Xiamen. However, as you guys know, fate is a cruel mistress, and less than a month after moving here, I got in an accident with a truck. My bike was totaled and my foot and my leg were even worse. I think I'll make a separate video about the story about the crash because that's a long story in of itself. I'll avoid the squeamish photos in this video, I'll save those for the other video. So I just moved halfway across the country with the goal of riding my bike more and making more videos, and now I had a broken leg and I was unable to ride my bike. Fortunately, Xiamen is home to lots of bike companies, lots of bike brands, so I knocked on some doors looking for some part-time work. I got some jobs doing some translating for some of the companies and other part-time jobs. The biggest gig I got was probably with Winspace. You saw those guys in some of my videos from last year when I met them at the Shanghai Bike Show. I got a part-time gig running their social media channels. They're super chill guys. They've got a huge resource of obviously factories and testing equipment, so I've got some really cool videos planned for this year. I'm not going to say what, but if you know what I have access to, you can pretty much imagine what's going to come. My new studio is actually in the same building as the Winspace guys, which is really cool just because I have access to all their stuff. Don't worry either, this channel is not going to turn into the Winspace propaganda channel. I'm still free to ride any bikes I want, say anything I want about any bikes, so don't worry about that. Obviously there will be lots of Winspace bikes on here, but that's just because A, I have access to a huge warehouse of Winspace bikes now, and B, I like Winspace bikes. I think they make great frames, the SLC is super light, and the T1500 is a great aero bike. Also, looking around their warehouse is super cool. Just a huge, as a bike nerd, it's just a huge warehouse full of bike parts, and you're just looking through random boxes, and it's like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's just a huge box of Dura Ace power meters. As a bike nerd, it's just a cool place to hang out in their office, get to build custom bikes, get to talk about bikes, get access to a whole bunch of prototype bike stuff. So as a bike nerd, it's just a cool place to be. It's also really interesting being in the same building of them to see how they run their company. Maybe I'll make some videos about how a small bike brand runs itself, the day-to-day runs and stuff, if you guys got any interest in that. For me, it's fascinating. I love it. I've still seized control of their Instagram and their Facebook feed, so if you help me out by following their Instagram and following their Facebook, you'll catch me on there too. Of course, if you're interested in one of their bikes or their frames, if you shoot them a message on Instagram or Facebook, it'll probably be me who replies, and I'll try to sort you out with a China cycling discount. As you guys know, the coronavirus is a big thing in China these days, so at the moment I'm at home. In what do they call it? Voluntary isolation. So yeah, you're supposed to stay at home, not go outside. When I do go outside, when I do go to my studio, I have to put on a mask, but the streets are just deserted. There's no one on the streets. It's a ghost town. Like China is known for being very populous and having lots of people, but you go outside and there's nothing and no one. Anyway, I knew all of the Winspace employees would all be at home, so I thought I'd go into their warehouse and borrow a frame and borrow a group set and have some fun putting a bike together. Other than that, everything's on the up and up. My leg and my foot are getting better. I can stand on my own 2 feet now, which is progress. I'm back on the trainer. I have a coach from Peaks Coaching Group China who's trying to get me back onto the fast end of things. My ankle flexibility still sucks, but working on that every day, trying to get it a bit better. But yeah, it's just been a super busy period. Just before Christmas, my wife gave birth to our second baby, so got a little 2-month-old baby running around the house. Not really running around the house. But you can imagine how busy that was when the baby was being born. I'm on crutches, I can't walk, I can't do anything. It was just a crazy, crazy period. Being stuck on crutches obviously sucks, can't ride outside, but I tried to be optimistic, and one good thing, it let me spend more time making videos and photos, and especially doing the Instagram stuff or Winspace, just practicing my photography skills a bit. That's been fun. Also, not being able to go outside, like I was just hanging out more with the Winspace guys and learning about how they develop products and stuff. They have a really cool wheel set coming soon, which actually I've been helping them develop since the first time I met them. Basically, they gave me a prototype of this wheel set. Since then, we've been working on it together, and that's coming out soon. I'm really pumped for that. A really nice look. It's really nice and it's really light. And having been involved in that wheel set for so long, like, I don't know, I feel like it's like one of my babies, or at least my nephew or my niece or something. Anyway, this was just a short video just to catch up with you guys. These kind of videos never get a lot of views, but the guys who do watch it, I know you guys are like my OG fans or whatever, so I feel it's important to keep you guys in the loop, as you guys have been supporting me for a long time. If you have any questions about anything, as usual, drop them in the comments below. Got questions for me, or you got questions for the Winspace guys? And maybe I'll do some sort of Q&A or live stream or something, like get the Winspace guys in, crack a few beers, and answer any questions you guys have about running a bike company or building bikes. If you've made it this far through the video, I'm not going to bother telling you to subscribe, because you probably already are, but I will ask you to hit that like button, help me get some love from the YouTube algorithm. So thanks very much for your support. I've got a whole bunch of videos coming in the immediate future. I've got a review of the new Magin Gravit trainer. I have a 12-speed version of the Sensor group set I reviewed a while back, and a whole bunch of other shenanigans coming, so stay tuned, and as always, China Cycling out.